Hey everybody, and welcome back to Jaraci Cup 14. This is going to be a fun match here between NoFun and Cookies, who again is playing Galzian, which I think is pretty hype. Let me find our picks here. Yeah, so NoFun takes Sabon first, and then Cookies takes Galzian, NoFun takes the Boneyard. And it looks like they're going to do the same factions for the next game as well, but it'll be on Canyon Outpost. NoFun really likes the Boneyard, we knew that. The one map that's been kind of... because they're constantly always blocked by ambulance. Yes. If you watched the last series, you know what he's talking about. The map that's a bit conspicuously missing is Torin Crater. I don't think we've seen it at all yet this tournament, which is kind of funny. But it'll certainly show up in the best of 5 series. I know that's just Carrier's favorite map. Looks like for Cookies, this is base runner retire into ref mode. This is the usual way to do it. You can do ref mode where you keep the base runner and you move it out here to drop a scanner and see what your opponent is up to, but this is the more common way to play it. And I really like his resource distribution as well. He's just got one guy on RUs here. This guy will go over in mine CUs on the second base first. And Sandskimmer Fab gonna be picked. That's very good. You never want to get too greedy here. In this case, he could have gotten away with it, but you can't know that. So you always play the safer option, which is to get Sandskimmer Fab before building more salvagers. And about this time, it'd be nice if he'd move his PC over as well, unless he wants the carrier on the second base. I often do that, but it is always a little bit slower. So. And yeah, looks like the carrier is going to move over to 2 base. Ref mode's done. And that is going to be 2 base economy for both sides. LAV Fab finishes for NoFun here. So he too is not going to play this terribly greedy. Hasn't fired the probe out though, I don't... Oh no, he has. It's actually all the way over here. So that's good. So he'll see what's going on pretty quick. Once you see the PC there and the carrier is not there, yeah, you know what the build is, but he's going to take a bit of fire here. The PC is reporting that it doesn't have line of sight, but just ignore that. PCs think they're anti-ground units. Just Carrier found out it's actually possible to fix this, but it's not a big deal. So that hasn't been done yet. Yeah, 2 bases established for both players, and they pretty much know what's going on. Like, when you see the probe, you kind of also know that... You kind of also know that your opponent is just going SC first, but... For now, though, Carrier production upgrade coming out with the AD Fab tells me that NoFun is looking to make some damage happen on 2 base. And for Cookies, it's going to be a Soul Chip Fab, and he's going to start filling out his bases. Yeah, the point is just that, like, production cruisers will show, like, high ground advantage against air units, and they'll show, like, line of sight problems against them. And it's apparently possible to fix this. It's just, like, they think that they're anti-ground units, even though they're shooting at air. So. Oh, I see.
Enemy signature identified.
That does make sense.
Ready orders. Hostile unit marked waiting orders.
Pretty quiet so far, actually. NoFun is. I thought he'd maybe be going for like a 2 base play here with some ADs, but he's just kind of filling out the bases. Looks like Fighter and Gunship is the pick instead. In order to make this the most effective, though, I think that he really wants to deny the scouting information. So getting a couple more AEDs, which he is doing, and then just using them to try and like block out these sand skimmers from getting any vision here, that would definitely make this play a little bit more valuable. Cookies might be wise to the deal. Perhaps he will get Missile Ship Fab here, but we'll just have to wait and see. I think he's building a second PC right now, so that's pretty nice. It's a little hard to tell with the production tab being, you know, DOK'd as it is, but yes, that is a PC. I think it's more like a purple, but it kind of looks like it on Boneyard, doesn't it? Yeah. Not to get political, but get out of Ukraine. Well, I don't think that should be a hot take. I think everyone kind of agrees that's not a good thing right now. Fighter and gunship tech finishes for NoFun. It's gonna be a gunship. Okay, interesting. Again, though, I think you really want to try and deny the scouting information. He's only got 3 AVs to do it with, but that should be enough. You really don't want these Sandstormers to get in there and check your carrier. Uh-oh. Oh, those guys were actually behind the hill. I mean, maybe the Sandstormer could have seen there, but didn't jump up, though. Of course, if you weren't aware, you can see the air tech by this big target showing up in the back, or by these 3 things opening, but that's a little bit harder to look at on Saban, I suppose. Uh-oh, Sandstormer sees the carrier. So yeah, if Cookies is looking, he'll see, and in fact, he'll even know what it is, because this light blinking means that a gunship or a bomber is building. Missile ship fab is on the queue. So I think this was a case where if you're Cookies, you're saying like, okay, if I can't get scouting, I'll just finish it, but if I can, I can cancel it. But he goes up here and he sees, oh yeah, it is fighter and gunship, so he'll finish it, and instantly he begins building them. One gunship is done, and the second one's going to finish in a moment here as well. But it's going to be a little difficult to get damage done here because, yeah, there will be missile ships before too long. So yeah, I think that NoFun really should have tried a bit harder to deny the scouting information there. It's just like, your opponent really can't build enough anti-air to deal with this if he doesn't know that it's coming, because then maybe he just dies to something else, you know? So... yeah, this doesn't really feel like it's very well hidden for NoFun though. And I agree, like the gunship is not even really going to do too much here. These assault ships are kind of bunched up, but they have a lot of armor. Generally, I think strike fighters are just kind of better at... strike fighters are just kind of better at hitting bases. If I hear one more thing about joke patches. Well, that's, you just gotta get used to that about just carrier. It's what we love them for. Salvager's starting to get hit here. But again, we'll see, the missile ships are in position. We are going to take losses though, so... but yeah, so are the gunships. One of them falls already, this one's going to back away. And they got 1 Salvager kill, that's it. So... that's... I mean, that's not even worth it, just like cost analysis-wise, let alone the amount of map presence he needs, which is exactly the problem over here. As these assault ships start pushing up into the main base, they're gonna push NoFun off of it. I like the quick drop though. Really nice TJ. Oh my gosh, amazingly nice TJ. Cookies needs to back out of this one. But until that gunship is up and ready to go again, like, yeah, you're just not going to be on 2 base, I don't think. There isn't a huge amount of follow-up here for Cookies, so... well, you know, I think people just have to get used to not using gunships against eco, especially if you didn't know, Galzian Salvagers have 5 armor, so... I mean, that's pretty nice, right? Coalition 1s have 0, so maybe gunships are better against that, but... strike fighters just do more damage to economy. Like, gunships are really especially for, like, lobbed up railguns and LAVs. Like, that's what they do. You know, you're not really supposed to use them in that kind of scenario. Yeah, so minus 20 damage per shot. Actually, maybe that's really bad. Because that might actually be, like, in the 1 damage per shot range. But I don't know. I'd have to see it launch again and check its number. Oh, do they only have 1 packet? I thought they had like 4. Well, no. I guess I take it all back.
Salvager construction complete. Hostile contact marked.
Oh, I see.
Armored assault online. Standing by.
Now, I will say the gunship actually does, like, not insignificant damage to the assault ships here, but you can't use it because the missile ships are there.
Base runner sighted. Hostile forces are pursuing an artifact.
These LEVs have to make themselves a bit scarce as well. Yeah, they just get totally chunked out here by the assault ships. Acolyte Robert over here has gotten some veterancy from murdering gunships in the past. But he's here ready to use the direct fire barrage too, and that can actually add some serious oomph against these AEs. Especially as, you know, smoke can block line of sight, but it doesn't do anything against the ability. Distraction comes out for Cookies as well. And he's on full 3 base, mind you. He's got Siege actually done too. I think we just missed the barrage there. It didn't really get too much done. I think Siege is an answer to the inevitable railguns he's expecting, but it's actually going to be Assault Cruiser Fab. And in that case, Siege doesn't look too good. You can move into that weird meta that I've tried before, where it's like, wait, meta's not together. You can move into that weird build I've tried before, the weird army comp where you have Siege and missile ships, but that's a little bit experimental to say the least. Good TJ though, this is gonna buy a little bit of time. It's kind of a strange attempt at a barrage there. Doesn't really get anything done. Assault Cruiser Fab is finished for NoFun now, and look how much he's floating as well, by the way. But he doesn't have enough logistics to build anything, so that's a bit awkward for him. No, it works in Jaraci. Just against a very specific comp, which is like mass AC and AD. This, however, this is a fight I don't really like taking. I think you really just need to. I mean, first off, you gotta fix this. You gotta put some logistics modules down and then build ACs. I think that's really all you need here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, look at that. He can queue up like 3 of them at a time here. Well, he could if he had enough logistics, but he's gonna put down another one. There you go. That looks much better now. That looks much better. And that really does answer pretty much everything that's on the field right now. EMP shells coming out, so that can be dangerous, but other than that, ACs are going to trade really, really well into assault ships, even having armor 3 as they do. Well, that was rude. Here comes a barrage on the main second base. Really nice to use a smoke here, because this support cruiser is taking serious damage. Gosh. Siege is doing its thing. There's the barrage, which hits pretty well also. But the ECs are coming up pretty soon. You can see the gunship hitting the assault ships. Like I said, it's not insignificant damage, but it's definitely not very big. So, you know, okay, it's time for you to get out of here. It's time for you to get out of here. Okay. He's gonna leave in time, which is good. TJ drops just to be kind of annoying on these assault ships, but they're kind of enjoying it. It's like, okay, now they're not enjoying it. I was gonna say it's like a relaxing spa or something, but now they're just getting shot by a siege cruiser, so that makes it a little bit less enjoyable. Here come the 3 ACs though, and this is some serious firepower. So now it's gonna be dangerous for Cookies. If he lands the EMP on a really good hit though, he might be able to like double barrage. Well, not if they're both on cooldown. So yeah, now it's time to run. But these things will outrun the siege cruiser, especially if they have the overcharge turned on, which I think would be a great idea right now. There's a siege cruiser over here though. The overcharge is gonna get used now. Let's watch what happens on this flank, though. Base runner doesn't have TJ right now. Another ALM gonna get deployed just to try and get a bit of a CC over here. Missile ships have used the barrage over there, so yeah, there's really no damage threat on the ECs anymore. One great thing about Siege is that it just always kills off ALMs very slowly. It looks like he's barraging it, by the way, but that's not actually happening. He's hitting the eco here. You can see it's hurting these AEVs. They're very, very low. This AC is actually, like, still not... Oh, well, I guess there's no damage that's gonna hurt it here, so that's actually fine. A couple Salingers go down on the main, just one actually, but he's gonna have to pull off, which makes things difficult. He's got 2 more ACs building, though. This AC will finish off the missile ship on this side. They've got the heal ability as well, so if he wants to, he can get these things healed up also. I think that's fine, because you've got some more ACs building to defend the main. I think right now he really wants to try and stop the extraction. And actually, he can launch the air units. It's true, there's no anti-air here except for that base runner. We can see an EMP hit. It's gonna land on both of them perfectly. Oh gosh, where's the barrage? Oh, he could have killed one there, I think. At any rate, this is where NoFun wants to hit the R button. Oh, it just goes down to the auto fire. Ah, jeez. They got away with 7 HP. That's unbelievable. Oh no. Oh my goodness. What is happening, man? Okay, 2 more ACs are done, by the way. It's true, NoFun really wants to bring in the support cruiser over here to the 3rd base. The siege cruiser got away with 7 HP. That's terrible. Also, you don't like my cinematography? Oh, terrible. I don't know why, by the way, but there's like no salvagers on this main base. I think he pulled the ones off of there and brought them to the 3rd, but he doesn't have a support cruiser here. Like, this is very anomalous, to say the least. Yeah, I don't really know what he's doing. Gonna stop the extraction though, so that's nice. It's burls. Now that the heavy railguns are set up though, it becomes pretty difficult. Like, you kind of need artillery here, I think. And, you know, it's a little easier said than done. It's not so easy to get artillery set up. This AC didn't kill the base runner either, so that goes down in the end. These 2 siege cruisers, by the way, like, if they can land at EMPs, they'll kill these things. Oh no. Wow, they destroyed everything on the map. That's crazy. Yeah. NoFun knows that with these 2 going down, this ain't going anywhere good anytime soon. But look, he's still got the... Oh no, I guess he did finally move that support cruiser over onto the 3rd base. Seems like he got a bit flustered. I mean, to be fair, he was getting attacked from so many angles, but definitely didn't control the ACs as well as he could have there. Yeah, that is kind of nice looking. Ah, beautiful. Photos taken moments before disaster. Anyway, should that be like the thumbnail? Oh my gosh. I tell you what, that would actually be a pretty good thumbnail. Hold on, I need to... The one time I want Twitch chat to not show up. Yes. Very good, very good. Alright, sorry, I had to do that. Anyway. Let's move on to the next one, though. But Cookie's gonna take game 4 here. Or, sorry, game 4. Game 1 here against NoFun. Oh, thanks. It worked. Oh, oops, I didn't load the replay in. And game 2, like I said, gonna be on Canyon Outpost, but the factions stay the same. But I gotta say, NoFun not having a very good showing so far. He went 1-1 against Void Warrior. Now, I believe that Void Warrior got the 2-0, or got the 0-2 against Cookies. So, that means that still you're in a good position to maybe get over him. But who else is in their group even? I'm trying to remember this now. NoFun, Cookies... Coercer and Void Warrior, yeah. Well, at this point, I'd say NoFun kind of has to do well against Coercer here. He might actually have some trouble advancing out of the bracket. But if he can win this game against, Cookies, that will be crucial. going 1-1 against Cookies pretty much guarantees he'll be ahead of Void Warrior, but if he doesn't, I don't think he's actually beating him. And then it comes down to whether or not he can 2-0 Coercer, so... Yeah, this is kind of an important game for NoFun right now. But you're right, the big hiatus is definitely showing. It's definitely true. SC first for NoFun. No surprise there. This time Cookie's gonna go with a bit of aggro. PC will get spotted though. It's gonna be a Soul Chip tech in this case. But again, I really like to just send the probe over there to the carrier. That's where you want to find out like what the tech is. AV Fab comes out for NoFun though, and that's gonna be a good choice. And he can just sit on one base for a moment, that's totally fine. But I don't really like this probe movement. You're just kind of gonna lose the probe eventually, or maybe right now. And now you won't have the opportunity to see what tech it is. Systems 1 even teching for NoFun. I mean, that's... You know, that's some serious panic, I feel. It's like, man, I'm gonna die here, maybe. But, I mean, that's not really the state of the game yet, but, you know. I will say, power 0, Saban has a lot of range on the carrier already, so if you just power up the weapons, you are feeling pretty good here, but... It'd be nice to use that power that he's gotten. Yeah. Well, ideally you would put it in something. Hey, there it is. AV Tech finishes as well. I like the rotation here. That was actually kind of weird. It like turned around like this giant freaking circle. Let's see if Cookies can get anything done here. He's actually got armor 2 tech. Oh, that's interesting. One thing I've got to say, it's a little bit dangerous to like try with these assault chips against Suwon because you have the Sunder and then suddenly AVs can fight like stupendously well against the assault chips. So kind of what you're trying to do really is contain your opponent and then go into eco instead, right? But right now it looks more like an all-in, and it kind of looks like one he's got some bad chances in actually. Especially when your opponent gets power 1 like that, you really don't want to be trying to all-in him. So this fight's gonna be one for NoFun. He can even use the smoke if he's on top of it. Carrier gets up here. It's got the Sunder on this assault chip over here, and it's even got the missile, so it's gonna get a kill right there as well. Even the PC is starting to take some serious damage. Can he get this kill on the assault chip before it gets away? Oh, the missile even takes the kill there. Wow. Okay. And he's actually looking for the PC kill, which is insane, but he might get it here. Oh my gosh, that's so low. It's got 45 HP left. Like one more volley and it's dead. AVs are faster than PCs. Oh, don't stop the chase. You can get this guy. The carrier's even gonna try and cut him off over on this side. Oh man. Oh, why did he stop moving there? I think he had it for sure. PC is getting hit now, so that's gonna stop the regen. The AVs have high ground, and that PC is gonna die. Okay, so that's a lot better for NoFun now than it was in the last game. You split these guys up ideally. You're taking a lot of damage. Like one base here, and then with the extraction zones be like... Well, I guess I don't know where the extraction zones would be, but... That could be interesting. One thing that bothers me about this map, though, is that it is pretty asymmetrical over on this end. So, just because, you know, classic DOK. Oh, like the extraction zone would be here. Huh? Railgun Fab teching for NoFun now. And he's in a great position here. It's gonna be railguns for cookies as well. He does have another PC, he'll get ref mode, but losing a PC in the early game is just so hard. Even a base runner built, but this is gonna be denied, of course. Probably will just die as well. Well, you did say random thought, you know. Ah man, if only we could make our own. If only we could make our own maps in DOK. That would really be the thing. I'd probably just churn out a lot of garbage, but I would churn out garbage, you know. So we'd have some new maps to play, even if they weren't any good. Maybe for the eventual joke patch tournament that we're gonna run, we should just have the only map be Shallow's ult, right? Just so you know. No, maybe we should make a bunch of joke layouts. Man, I would love that. That would be so funny. If like every unit in the game was just randomized between like a set of potential things. You didn't even know what they were gonna be until you built one and tried to use it, you know? That'd be so funny. I wish we could do it. Well, NoFun's attack kind of stalled out over on this side. And that's gonna let Cookies get up onto 2 base here. Yeah, A-Game's kind of right about that. SCAA coming out for NoFun, that's very interesting. Be careful with this SC just a little bit. The assault chips might actually be able to do some damage to it here. Yeah, Crater just doesn't even get to count as a joke layout, it's just like literally torture. I agree with that. This is where assault chips are pretty good on Canyon Outpost though. It's like it's a little hard to figure out how to maneuver against this. Like where do you want to put the railguns here where they can get line of sight? Maybe like up here? Oh, that actually might be true. Wait. Turn the gain up just a bit. I was like leaning further and further back into my chair. Okay, well it looks like NoFun has actually found a really nice fight here. So he will take out these assault chips eventually. Well, it's like a chair that rocks, you know. So, I must stand. I won't stand for this. MagXL coming out for NoFun now. And that turns out to be pretty much the right choice, I'd say, because they're about to have a railgun fight here. I positioned the camera perfectly wrong. Yeah! That's exactly what I meant. Base runner heals pretty good. Stops anything from really happening here. And now it's gonna be Fighter and Gunship for NoFun, who got SCAA by the way. Kind of an interesting choice. Why is this thing on cooldown? What the heck? Well, that's weird. Anyway, but yeah, range calibration will finish for Cookies, and then that makes it really, really hard to take the bridge. Because you can just always be standing here with range calibration on, and once your opponent shows up, you just start hitting him for free. He actually hasn't turned it on yet. Okay, there he is. That actually already exists, right? Range calibration, though, I should say, not very good if you're in range of your opponent, but it looks like he's actually doing pretty well here. Manages to take one out for free. Yeah, you can change the tech tree. Like, he actually has done it for Jaraci patch, right? Where artillery isn't locked behind assault cruisers anymore, for example. Anyway, Fighter and Gunship tech gonna finish for NoFun here now. And here's where he can maybe land a pretty decisive blow if he can make the air reveal pretty good. Because these railguns are vulnerable, of course. But we have Interceptor Fab coming out, so that's gonna be Cookie's anti-air choice. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense to me. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, it looks like this is not gonna be, this isn't gonna be, like, strike fighters, though. He's just going straight to bombers. He hasn't built anything yet. Yeah, but how would moving the coalition SCAA tech onto Soban do anything about that? I don't understand. I don't understand. The thing is, well, NoFun is taking a very long time to make this attack get started. His opponent's starting to maneuver around the map, and this probe sees it at least. But I don't know, like by the time he's got the bombers out ready to make some play over here, I feel like he's actually getting attacked over on this side. It's nice that he's kept an AV over here though. But this is kind of an overreaction too. He's bringing the whole army back onto this side. What? I just have no idea what you're saying. I'm completely lost. I like casting more. Casting makes sense. To be fair, there are 3 bombers out now. So this is where you could hurt these railguns quite a lot. Scanner gets deployed here. Actually, can that scanner see the carrier launching? I think it could. Oh my gosh. Well, the interceptor fab was cancelled actually. I only just noticed this. That's actually pretty sad. These bombers are just gonna have their way with the railguns now. But still, extraction will come out for Cookies, so it's not all bad. Okay, here's where you want to hit, right? Oh no, where are you going? No, just kill these. Oh, they're free. Oh no. Oh. Okay, well I guess he's gonna try for the base instead, but that feels really sad. Where's the 3rd bomber anyway? What the heck? What are you doing over here? No, he's not even gonna kill it. Oh, come on, NoFun, please, just kill the railgun. You can still do it. You can still do it, please. Please. Oh my gosh, he's not even gonna kill this PC. Oh my gosh. I quit. I quit, DOK. I'm leaving. Yeah. See you guys later. That's maybe a dramatic look. What is happening? yeah, that's a very nice split. Why did he do that? He could have just killed all the railguns. Oh no. Oh, that's terrible. I gotta say, something about air reveals is just not working for NoFun here. That's twice now we've seen it turn out pretty bad. Oh gosh. You know, I think I actually get what you're saying now, but you didn't make it very clear before. But then SCAA doesn't work. Okay, yeah, I see the whole. Well, it might be doable. You should look into it, perhaps. Here come the bombers again. Now they're hitting something good. See? You see what damage you can do? Actually, I'm a little bit surprised that there's no anti-air here still for Cookies. Yes, good. And there's another bomber out too, so this one's gonna perhaps be able to kill off these low health railguns. Ah, but the siege is doing some serious work right now. Siege cruiser is gonna go down though. Base Runner heal can get used here. It's gonna be really nice. Not gonna happen though. Carrier is a little bit powered up here, but But the army for Cookies has just totally gotten wiped now. Last railgun ends up getting killed by the carrier. But these AVs can still kill off a PC, I reckon. Which would sort of become a theme for this game. Looks like for now, though, they're going to hit the eco, which is usually very, very valuable in tracking. The barrage used by the missile ship here is actually pretty good. Yeah, there's no follow-up, though. Salvagers are not quite going to go down on this side. It would be nice to use the smoke here and then just isolate this guy and kill him. Yeah, all the salvagers just getting massacred here. And these AVs may even be able to escape. Like, even if they can't, I think they've kind of done their work. Well, perhaps they could have if they'd run in that direction and do smoke, but they're gonna end up dying to these assault ships here. But still, that's an entire eco wipe, which is pretty nice. That's a lot of money for NoFun too. I'm gonna suspect Cookies doesn't have so much, yeah. So it's gonna take a long time to rebuild, although you can see he's building 4 salvagers at once, which is always kind of nice. Turn the health bars off for a moment there. And you know what? This time I would actually not hate to see him use the bombers against PCs, but honestly, maybe you kill the assault ships instead? I don't know. Anything seems like it'll probably be pretty good here. I take it back, it did nothing. And now he's actually gonna lose bombers for it, so... Never mind, forget that I said that. Should probably just use it against the missile ship instead. Because if your opponent doesn't have any interior, you can just kind of do whatever you like, so... Yeah, apparently. they just won't freaking die. To be fair, I'm actually a little surprised that the bombers couldn't kill them there, but this ground army here is pretty freaky. this is gonna be dangerous for Cookies, to say the least. I have no idea how he's gonna fight this. Well, you wouldn't want to see it targeting air, right? But I think it's cool that you can dodge them. Distraction comes out for Cookies, so that's something. The only thing that NoFun needs to be careful of is that Cookies' carrier is pretty powered up, and it actually is leaving the main bases right now, but in a base trade scenario where you've got this much of a head start, it's not really very dangerous for you, so that should be okay. You see just how many units NoFun has on the field here. It's all tier 2, which is kind of interesting. Note that the bombers can actually do a lot of damage to carriers too. Yes, and this is the most annoying thing. Oh my gosh. Because we tried experimenting with like giving turrets the Gaussian bombers, for example, but yeah, then it just like does nothing. Because, you know, the turret doesn't move, so the bomb just like stands in midair. It's like, why does it work that way? I don't know. It's just TOK things. Anyway, I'd like to see NoFun powering up the carrier, though. That seems like a great move to me, because, you know that your opponent is gonna try for this Hail Mary play with the carrier, so having some carrier power will sort of take away the last feeble attempt at a win condition that he's got. I agree. And this really seems like an F2 click moment. Yeah, it actually is. Look at that. It's an F2 click moment. And the bombers can just hit the carrier too. You know, they can do some serious damage too as well. That is a lot of mid-tier units. Jeez. Kharak, is that you? The Cookies carrier will go down, and that's great news for NoFun because that probably secures him the upper bracket slot. Curious game, this one. Some interesting back and forth with the questionable bomber plays, but NoFun is going to take it, and that brings the series here 1-1. Yeah, let's move on to the next one.